Tiffany here with the Peterborough Chamber of Commerce. I'm excited today. I'm joined by a friend of mine, Jim Riches. He owns Friendlilyshop.com. New organization, new business, new opportunity really in town. Jim, welcome to the chamber, my friend. This is your new member introduction. Let's share with the community. What does I'm just going to hop right into it, Jim. I've got a million questions for you today. First off, how you doing, sir?
I am doing great, and thank you for having me on today. It's fantastic, and it's been since you and I first spoke months ago. Things have gone quite quickly, and they've been very interesting and exciting. And we will jump into it just quickly. Friendly Shop was born out of a quick conversation with a lifelong friend who is in the charitable sector, and he just said, it's getting tough out there. There's 80,000 registered charities in Canada. They all want to get their story out there, but how do they get it to potential donors? And on the flip side of that is, Tiffany, we all want to help. We want to help people. We want to do things in our community. But how do we do that and kind of keep it top of mind? That's really tough in this day and age when there's so many things going on. So the Friendly platform basically is a combination of those two ideas to create the idea that charities can tell their story to potential donors, and potential donors can listen to those stories and then buy products on friendlilyshop.com, and 10+% of the retail price goes to the charity that they chose from the site. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Wait, so I can hop online, I can buy some products that I really want, but also I'm supporting organizations and charities.
Yes, you are buying. Well, there's the crux of it. You're helping your community. You're helping business people in general, because what you've done is you've now given money towards a charity, but you've also helped a business. And the businesses I've kind of targeted have to do with that crazy term ESG we hear about, environmental, social, and governance. The idea of repurposing, the idea of new concepts of sustainability, as in eating with, let's say, cricket protein with Entomo Farms, as an example, who are on the site, or using bath or laundry sheets from True Earth that dissolve in your washer. So different things like that, where it's like, these are regular items, but in some cases they're a little bit different, maybe a different spin on something.
So did I hear in a conversation earlier we had something about coffee?
Yes, coffee. Coffee being, I think oil and coffee are the two largest things that we consume around the world.
Yes.
And so I've been looking here. There we are.
He's got his too.
And so I looked around and I found a couple who started about 10 years ago. Their brand is called Social Coffee. And I like the word social coffee because it kind of tells, as they say, the name tells it all about what coffee's about. And they literally started in that proverbial basement, roasting their own coffee beans. And then they started to develop a business out of it. So they're on the site. And coffee's interesting because I can combine that with other products from the other vendors to create that gift, that hostess or host gift, birthday gift, whatever. And they have a lot of different brands, or a lot of different flavors, I should say. But I'm going with basically their farmers and one that they call their people's coffee, which are nice 2 medium kind of roasted brews. So
I love unique gifts too, instead of like gift cards, instead of other things. This is kind of an opportunity to give back while gifting, right? Like you said, when you're hosting or going somewhere, holidays are coming.
Well, 5 minutes ago, I received this sample, and I don't know if you can see what this is, or the viewers can, but basically it is a coffee bean bag that the coffees come from Central America in this to Social Coffee. So what I've done is I've said, put them aside. I'm going to make totes out of them, and we're going to make some other items as well. And I'm using a Peterborough artisan to work with me on that. And she usually works on wedding dresses, but unfortunately business has been a bit slow apparently for the last 14 months. So we're going to work on that and create some really neat things, as opposed to things going in the garbage. They're being repurposed and they're going to be on the site. One more thing I have here. This is from a 1995 Lincoln Continental town car It's from Mara Claro Designs. And what he does, he basically takes the interiors of vehicles and repurposes them into backpacks, wallets, tote bags. And again, I just got excited about that because it's like, well, if he didn't do that, where's this stuff going? Well, I don't
Yeah.
know where it's going.
And now we can get it. We can get it and we can help a local organization,
You
local
know what, you
charity.
go on there and there's, as an example, there's a Nova, a Camaro, a Porsche. Maybe
Cool.
you can't buy someone a Porsche, but you can buy them a Porsche messenger bag, and it's all leather and it's neat. It's got a story behind it. And again, stories is what this is about, because the charities get to tell their stories, and so do each of the vendors. Because I think as entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs, we need some encouragement. We need to see that, you know, nobody started off as you know, IBM. It took a lot of work to grow any business. So to hear the stories and see where they've come from. Thurston Honey is a family business, 6th generation farmer.
Oh, wow.
Social Coffee, as I mentioned, is a man and wife who just wanted to make coffee. Chic Made Consciously is a young lady, Cassandra, who went around the world, met with artisans, and took repurposed metals, old inner tubes, and created jewelry with it. And her story is empowering, but also encouraging and enlightening all at the same time. So that's the type of people I want on there. And I'm speaking with painters and sculptors as well, because I think, you know, it's a great place for people to see all different types of items and really encourage entrepreneurship, I think, in Canada.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, that artistry as well, with the, well, I mean, artistry, creativeness, entrepreneurship, you know, it's all, it all kind of working in a perfect storm there. But you were sitting with your friend, you and him were having this discussion about storytelling, charities, kind of giving back. Sustainability was big on your list, but what drives friendlilyshop.com? Why is friendlilyshop.com in existence, and what drives you every day?
Well, I think it's the curiosity. And it's also, you know, the stakeholders in this business are the charities. I worked at a charity. I worked for a company that worked with charities. It's about businesses. My father was a small business owner in Hamilton. I started a business in university. I'm a consumer. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but we have advertisers. And going through university, I put myself through university selling elevator advertising, not selling elevators, but the plexiglass displays in elevators in Grimsby, Hamilton, Stony Creek. I didn't know Grimsby even had apartment buildings.
Yeah.
And, anyway, but the
I thought
point
it was
is,
just wineries.
oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, yeah, those I know very well too. But the you know, the thing is, I understand and I empathy for each one of those sectors. And what I'm trying to do is empower them, empowering the charities by getting their name out and you know, getting their story out and working with them on that. And then with the businesses, working with them to develop their business. I'm going to add more businesses, but I do want to go deep with each business I'm working with, because as a small business owner, you need sustained business for sustained growth. And you know, when I sold to Eaton's, the Bay, Sears in the late 80s, in my late or mid 20s, you know, you sell your product, you go home, wait for wait for, you know, a reorder and payment, and that's it. Whereas I think boutiquing and combining items is what people are looking for online more and more and more. In other words, I don't want to put it together, you know, from 4 or 5 places. Just give me the solution right now. And I'm putting a lot of work behind different themes. And because Humane Society of Peterborough is on the site, I do have hats you put on, looks like you have little cat ears. Dog treats are coming in from made company, and cat treats.
Oh, that's exciting.
So, you know, it kind of lends itself to that theme of who's on the site. I'm also on the site as well is the Yes Shelter, helping youth and families. And so, you know, there's a lot of dynamics in our community that both of those charities just by themselves solve. And so we have to get behind them. We have to, you know, the problem is in life, because of the distractions, a lot of charities are top of mind. What, December? They were there 11 months earlier. We just didn't maybe think of them. Where now this means that you can almost unconsciously buy things And oh, what do you know, money's just incrementally going to them 12 months of the year. So that's what I'm trying to achieve.
It's just remarkable, honestly. And it's exciting. It's exciting for me as a consumer to know I can get some things, but also be supporting organizations, charities. It's a big mission, right? Like any little piece of something that you can do that gives back to the greater good is a space you want to be in, right? So I have to ask you. So Jim, people, they can get involved with friendlilyshop.com kind of through different avenues. If you're a business owner, if you're involved in a charity, or if you're shopping.
Yes, there's empowerment on the level of, as I mentioned, all the way through from the consumer to, the charities. And the consumer, we have a place on there where you can put down small businesses, list small businesses that you would like us to approach.
Oh,
Charities, because you may be transplanted from Vancouver. Maybe you want to help. Maybe there's a mission in Vancouver you think we should approach to be on the site. And so it really is a matter of coming as a community to the site and offering up ideas and suggestions. I have a meeting with Entomo Farms to do a video. There's already one on there, but there's going to be more, a deeper one.
yes, excellent.
I'm going to be inviting people from the site who see the video to email me questions. I mean, I'm going to ask how you brand the little crickets. You know how on a farm you brand them? I expect that's what they do.
I would think that they would.
They have to do that, right?
They put tags on their ears.
Yeah, exactly. And if they get away, do they have like little lariats? They have to cut a catch. I don't see. Those are questions I will ask, which are, now that I'm saying it out loud, sound kind of dumb, but I think with the help of some very smart people on the other side, will say, walk us through how much protein is there compared to maybe beef, or,
yes,
are they GMO? Are they, explain a little bit deeper what this is. And that's exactly that. That's the platform for Entomo Farms to say, okay, we know what you're thinking, but here's the real story behind what we do and what you get from this product.
gives them the opportunity to tell the story, right? And you just see that theme in friendlilyshop.com everywhere. You're right. It keeps pivoting back to the story of the business, the story of the community, the story of the organization, the story of the artist.
I got to be honest, I read throughout university, and I think that last book I read was the last syllabus in my last course. I think that's the last time I actually read a book. I'm being facetious. No, I'm sure I've read it. But the point is, we don't read as much anymore. So to have it in video is easier. People digest it easier. And, there's even a new aspect as I went through the stakeholders of advertisers. And if you're in a community, as an example, in Peterborough, and you want to advertise, beside the video of Yes Shelter, you can be there. And what I've done is basically created a space that someone can advertise. It could be an insurance company, it could be a pizzeria, whatever. And, there's the idea that they're supporting, they're getting recognition, but they're also supporting that charity directly, because half of the revenue of that ad space goes to that charity, that specific charity. And I've also done it that advertiser, there'll be a link in there that they can tell their story. Because, some cases it's not a product that yet can be on the site, like as an example, insurance. But that's a business that has a story as well. So people want to know more and more, I think, Tiffany, what they're buying and from who, whether it's whether it's their glasses, whether it's their housewares, it doesn't matter. Let's get a little bit more into this, and who are we supporting? Where's it coming from? So that's all part of it. It's the interaction, again, whether it's the advertiser, the charity, or the businesses.
From front to end. I love it. All the buzzwords in this conversation with Jim today. Jim, friendlilyshop.com. If we want to sign up, if we want to get registered, if we want to shop, where are we going? Are we going right to friendlilyshop.com?
Friendlilyshop.com, the top banner, sign up. And again, I'll just kind of reiterate a little bit here. If you sign up and accept our newsletter, 2% more goes to your charity. So every time you make a purchase, it's not 10%, now it's 12%. And going down the road, there will be times where I'm already talking with my vendors to say, hey, if you have opportunity purchases, let's put them on there, because then we can maybe go to 15% for a charity. And that will definitely be recognized when you come to the page to see the product, scroll through the products. It'll denote, what percentage and all that good stuff as things change. And that is the thing. Change is a definite. Change is ever lasting. So there will always be a change on this, but hopefully a change for the better. And I really want to get feedback from consumers on the site, what they think of it. And again, their input on, again, charities we should approach, as well as different businesses. And if you're a business, there's also tabs on there. Tiffany, send me an email.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, sign up here. Same with the charities. And basically they come to me, I go through them and we discuss, and then they can be put on the site.
Excellent. Well, I love it. I love knowing where my products come from. I love knowing our local business owners, our local leaders. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, Jim, just to have a good chat about the Friendlilyshop and the program and all the work you've done. It's just remarkable.
Tiffany, thank you for your time and everybody else's time. And remember, unity shapes community.
Oh, yes, it does. Excellent. Good tagline to wrap us out. Welcome to the chamber, Jim Riches and friendlilyshop.com. We look forward to seeing you around. I guess I better hop online. I'll subscribe to the newsletter and maybe do some shopping.
Please do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, everyone.